that kind of light makeup look that everyone's been doing recently, the first thing that you really need to focus on are your eyebrows. Now, mine are pretty hidden behind my bangs, so I don't have to worry about them too much, but you could fill this in with a brow pencil. I just actually picked one up that I'm really excited to try, but I'm going to rely on my powder for this just so that way I can go a little heavier handed and know that it'll still be okay. So on my Real Techniques brush, I'm going to take the darker shadow from the Anastasia brow powder duo, and I'm just going to go right in and try and move my bangs out of the way so you guys can see, get the mirror out of there. And I'm just going to fill them in the way that I like. Stronger brows are definitely a must when you're going lighter on makeup for me, if you still want to look really put together. Because your brows kind of frame your face a lot, and they do a lot for what people are going to think about how put together you are. Because if your brows look good, then you look good. That's kind of how I've come to think of it. You guys can see that my brows are definitely a lot more kind of statement, especially since there's nothing else on my face. So for my brows, I'm going to go right into my eyes before I get to the rest of my face. So I'm going to take my NARS Pro Prime and just prime my eyelids. Because even though we're not going to have a lot of product, we're still going to have a little bit on our eyelids. And if you're like me and you have super oily lids, then you need a primer at all times. Normally for this look, when I'm wearing it on an everyday basis, I go in with a drugstore eyeshadow from L'Oreal, but I actually left that at school when I was packing up my makeup. So instead I'm going to be relying on my NARS Madrog eyeshadow palette. I used this a lot last year, and I'm just going to go for this creamy matte shade rather than the taupey kind of light brown shade. It's not really taupey, it's just light brown. But I will be using shadows from the Naked palette because I think more people have that. This product, you can very easily just find a normal highlighting matte shade and dupe it in for your own. So I'm going to be taking this eye shading brush. This one's by Sigma, and I just wanted one that had a fluffier bristles and that were kind of shorter and still stiff enough to pack on the product. Okay, so I'm going to take this product and I'm just going to put it right on my eyelid all the way up until my brow bone. So because this is such a nude color, if you want it to stand out more, you can always pack on a cream eyeshadow base or something like that that's going to just make the color a little more vibrant. But because this is a no makeup kind of look, I decided not to do that, but if you guys want it for your everyday wear, you definitely can. But I think that this is just enough. This is just going to make sure that nothing else moves like eyeliner, and that your other crease shade has something to blend into. So that is all that I'm going to do for the base of my eye. And now turning to my Naked palette, I'm going to take this color right here, which is Buck, and I'm going to put it on a, this is my MAC 217 brush. This is just a crease brush. So I'm going to take Buck and just find where the deepest part of my eye should be. You guys know that I have more Asian eyes, so I don't have too much definition there, but I can see where it should be. So I'm just going to, I'm trying to move my bangs out of the ways for you guys. So I'm just going to place it right above where that crease line is on my eye. So I'm just going to apply it right here and just keep it darkest on the outer corner. Now I'm going to blend that out, but you guys can see that I'm not doing too much with this brush. I just want it deep right there and then just lightly drag it in. So that way my whole kind of eye just has that kind of framed effect. Just keeping the color on the outer corner and then slowly working it in, just to add a little definition to the eye socket, especially when I have none. So now going back to the Naked palette, taking Naked right over here, which is a lighter color than Buck, And I'm going to go in with my Sigma tapered blending brush. I'm just going to take a little bit on that brush. Some people don't like to blend with any color on the brush. I like to take a little light brown color like Naked and blend right over that other color. And because that was such a light brown, I don't have to be too nervous. It's just going to blend everything in. You don't have to be super precise. You can just be a little bit messier and just really blend. And this is where that cream eyeshadow comes in, because now this brown has something to blend with. So you guys can see that it's very feathered out now. You can almost barely even tell that it's there on camera. Actually looks a little harsher on camera than it does, but it just kind of creates a kind of shadowed effect, so that way it looks like your eye socket goes in a little bit more than it actually does. And now I'm going to go in to the other side and just again blend that out. And I'm sorry if my bangs are in the way, guys. I thought that it was better to have them down than to look like a baby face that I have in the foundation review that I'm actually filming, like before I filmed it before I did my makeup for this look. Okay, so we're almost done with the eyes, but I do actually just want to go in and line my eyes, because some people, like I was watching the AMAs last night and Lady Gaga goes in and has like pretty much a bare face. She just has really glowing, radiant skin, contouring, highlighting, but basically nothing on your eyes. Then you have Miley Cyrus, who does this look a lot recently. She's actually why I have my nails white right now, because I'm obsessed with her. But with this no makeup look, people still kind of want that definition on their eye, especially when they're on camera like I am right now, but they're a little fancier with their cameras. So I'm just going to go ahead and lightly line my upper lash line, and I'm just using the Stila Style Day waterproof liquid eyeliner in black, and I'm just going to do a very light line on my upper lash line. Okay, so like I said, very thin line, very natural looking. It almost looks just like my lash line, only a little darker. So that is it for the eyes, besides mascara, which I'll get to at the very end. And now I'm gonna go on to the rest of my face. So now before I go in with all my powder products to contour and things like that, I wanna go ahead and highlight, and I'm using the MAC Riri Collection Diamonds Frost. This is a cream color base. It's a lovely highlighter. It has a little bit of a rosy tint to it, but it's more cream than anything. So I'm just going to put this on my ring finger just to kind of warm up the product. And I'm going to smile and just put this on the highlights, on the highest point of my cheekbones. And this really emphasizes that contour that we're going to do later. So you guys can see from my profile, this is where your cheekbone is. So you're just going to put it right on top. And I'm just going to put a little on my Cupid's bow and on the highest point of my chin and center of my nose a little bit. And of course, you wouldn't have a no makeup look without some contouring. So I'm going to take from my NARS Guy Bourdain, I believe it's called, or Guy Bourdain palette. I'm just going to take Laguna. You guys have probably heard of this bronzer. It's NARS's most famous bronzer. So I'm just going to apply this to the hollows of my cheeks. And again, you can see where the highest point of my cheekbone is, right there. And this is where the hollow part is. So I'm just gonna, with a light hand, dust this in. And you guys can see that contour already coming in. Right there. Do you see that? Do you see that color? I see it. And do you guys like my earrings? These are little lightning bolts that I got at Urban Outfitters. I told you guys about those in my haul, and I found them yesterday for $2. So again, just putting this right in the socket of my face where your cheekbone ends. Oop, I grabbed some blush on my brush, whoops. So I'm just going to further this. I want a really, really noticeable contour, not like super noticeable, but like enough that you'll know that I have some cheekbones on my face. I'm talking funny. I haven't filmed in so long, guys, that this is so weird for me. So then I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit and just underneath my chin. So that way my lips look a little bit bigger. And then my jawbone. You could definitely go heavier with the contour. It's not picking up quite as much on camera as it is in person. Sorry, my nose is itchy. But that is basically what you want to do. You can go in with a blush. There are some really great ones on this palette right here. If I block out the mirror, like this one, I think would be, this bright pink would be really nice, or any of the other blushes. Anything that you want to put with a no makeup kind of look really works for blush, because it'll just give you that look that you have some like radiance to your face, but I'm going to skip that today. So now I'm just going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes, get that other hair out of the way. And now I'm going to go ahead and with my favorite mascara of the moment, which is the Maybelline Falsies Big Eyes Mascara, and I just have this in black. So this is going to be kind of hard because my mirror is a huge mirror, and yeah, so I'm going to open up the Falsies Mascara. And I'm just going to apply this to my upper lashes. Now for no makeup, again, you guys can do like very natural false lashes if you want to up the look a little more. I'm fine with just doing a simple one coat of a volumizing mascara. Just make sure that you curled your lashes before, so that way you get that oomph. And look, you guys can actually see my lashes now. I've never actually had a mascara where you guys could see it on camera, but I think this one actually makes a difference. So now I'm just going to take the smaller side and do my lower lashes really lightly. And this is where the look is pretty much done. So you guys can go ahead and do whatever you want for the lip. Now the trend that I absolutely loved, I said earlier that I'm obsessed with Miley Cyrus, and that is 120% true. And Miley, especially if you looked at her Wrecking Ball video, which I think everyone's seen by now, then you'll know that she did that really statement red lip. So I'm going to go ahead and do something like that. I'm just going to line my lips with a nude liner. For a red lip, you don't really need a red liner. You can use one, but how it looks. So this is just nude pink from NYX as my lip liner. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Revlon lipstick, super lustrous lipstick, and Certainly Red. This was my cheerleading lipstick color, and I love it. And it makes your teeth look so white. So I'm just going to apply this out of the tube. And this is like a really nice red. It's very similar to what she had on in that video, I think. Now, what I said about not needing a red lip liner, you may actually want one because it's a little bit hard to do the edges. I forgot about that from all my cheerleading days. I haven't worn a red lip in a while, but I did a pretty good job with just using the tip of the lipstick from the tube. And then I'm going to go ahead and up it up a notch and use the L'Oreal Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in Fatal Apple. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this over the lips. Right in the center and on the top. Just to give it that extra kind of glam look. So that is how you up the look, but this is it for my kind of no makeup glowing skin sexy look. It's not really sexy until you put on the red lipstick. But yeah, so that is my look. I have been wearing this so much, and I think that it's really perfect for an everyday look. I mean, it's not like super loud until you put on the red lipstick, of course. And yeah, and I think it's really easy to achieve, especially if you're just beginning on makeup. Just skip the contouring if you're not comfortable with that. So that is it for this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. If you guys like this look, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram. My Twitter's not up yet, but Instagram and Luvocracy. I've started posting on Luvocracy, so hopefully all these products that I've used will be in there. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!